Where are we up to?
Fish and chips.
A dessert run.
South Dowling sandwiches.
Ooh, baby. Yes.
Oh man, this car.
I am so impressed with it.
I really like this car.
Alright, something a little bit special for today's lunch run. The first ever Mercedes-Benz electric car, the EQC 400. Let's go for a spin.
This car is actually a really, really nice car to be in. It's airy, it's light, it's comfy. This infotainment system, there's two 10.25-inch infotainment screens there back to back. The angle towards the driver, which is a really, really, really nice touch. This car comes in one engine spec. It's $137,900. It's an EQC 400. And then you get the electric art line package for $5,900 more. Gives you a bunch of rose gold trims, some heated and cooled seats, a bunch of that sort of stuff. Anyway, drags a little bit here, and then bit of a namaste moment from Jack. And we pull up at the boathouse at Balmoral on a beautiful winter's day, an absolute cracker. Quick one here from James about those 21-inch AMG wheels. They look absolutely divine. This front light bar with the blue treatment in it, really, really, really sharp, and the same for the back. I think it's one beautiful looking car.
It's absolutely delightful.
What have you ordered, fellas? Like you said last lunch run, don't order something that they're not good at. It's got to be fish and chips, right? At the boathouse. And I ordered a salad from Malibu. You almost crucified me.
Yeah, I ordered the tuna cracker. It's
What is a tuna cracker?
No, I saw it.
Is it a piece of tuna on a cracker?
I think so. I don't know. I saw it and went, great. That's what
I've gone the fish burger, so let's see who has food envy and who's winning.
Sorry, Burger. Thank you very much.
All good. I mean, it looks pretty. It looks very pretty. Some nasturtiums, coriander.
Is that tuna on a cracker?
It is literally tuna on a cracker.
$26 too.
No way.
Yeah.
Fellas, is this the most gourmet lunch run we've ever done? Usually
Gourmet.
sandwich, McDonald's, sandwich shops. It's another day. We're
Stepping it up.
ourselves.
Yeah.
Mmm. Grummy.
That is the aioli.
Yeah, see, really not a whole lot of space here in front of me.
Which you kind of expect for a bigger SUV to have a little bit more room just generally, but
It's only a mid-sized SUV, though.
Here's something we've never really talked about. What do you guys make of the Mercedes dash shifter?
Yeah.
I quite like it. It's handy.
I could take it or leave it.
You can just do one-handed driving, absolutely no worries. Boom, and we're good.
360 reverse park, of course.
Put your foot down.
All right, hold your horses. Never gets old. Really never gets old.
So apparently this car's like a 5-second sprint to 100. When you put your foot down this morning, Jack, when we were in it, I thought it felt a little bit quicker.
That was like 40 to 70, I reckon, which is really where it goes well.
Well, it's because it's just got never ending. The torque is exponential. It just doesn't stop. It just keeps going.
It actually felt a bit quick. I feel like it felt a bit quick. Maybe I've got a bit more used to it now, but
It's the difference. Yeah, it's the 20 to 60 that really goes, rather than the 0 to 100.
here's the big house, John, up here on the right.
Where?
The one we've been to 100
Coronation
times.
Avenue that James and I practically live in. It's our second home.
What, for events?
Yeah, we just
There it is.
This one here?
Yeah.
It's the garage. It's just
Justin
a garage
Bieber
in
was there.
Yeah.
He rented it for a week. Adele rented it for a week.
joking.
BMW, Mont Blanc, Grey Goose. Everyone's had parties.
Well, this
there.
guy's gone for it.
Seriously?
Yes.
BMW drivers, hey?
Fuck spiders.
Give it a go up this hill.
Oh yeah, right. It's definitely got a bit of gas. Jack, you were talking about the ambient lighting. I was reading that this has 64 choices for
the lighting
ambient
system's
lighting
awesome.
inside.
You can't really see it now during the daylight, but last night I was having a play around. I had a pink lighting, a blue lighting, an orange lighting, a yellow lighting. I mean, it's very gimmicky, but it's cool.
But it does add to the ambience.
The ambiance.
The refinement, you would say, James.
This trim's really nice. On the
Agreed.
door. Guys, let's talk interior.
Yeah.
I don't think it gets that much better than this, to be honest. This shits on the Tesla interior.
Seriously.
Yeah, the build quality is so much nicer. There's no denying that.
John, I haven't been in the I-Pace. I saw it at the Geneva Motor Show. What do you think about it compared to the
This is very
I-Pace?
uniquely Mercedes. You know, in so many ways, I love this. I love the way it is actually angled towards the driver. It's very different to the I-Pace, but at the same time, I'd say it's probably on par as far as luxury, technology, and usability.
I tell you what, I'd like to compare it to the Taycan of an interior, because I think the Porsche interiors are so good.
Red Moon, Fire Red,
Oh, I like that.
Dawn Blue. All right, guys. Obviously, range is a thing that's very hard to measure, but charging is one thing you pretty much can get on the money.
Yeah.
How does this one go for charging?
Well, one thing that is really appealing about buying the EQC is they're doing 5 years complimentary access to the ChargeFox network.
Free charging
Free.
for 5 years.
For 5 years.
Wow.
So the whole time you own the car, basically.
Yeah, I mean, and well, certainly until you upgrade to the, to the next edition one. I think that's really appealing. What isn't as appealing is the standard setup. You have to purchase the home wall-mounted unit, which is like $1,250, I think, and then another about $2,000 to have it installed at your house.
And if I wanted to plug it into like a 3-pronger at home,
So this car comes standard with a Trickle Charger, which has this really long cord, which I saw yesterday.
you pull it out of the front.
No, it's out of the back and then goes into the charging port. It charges at 2 kilowatt max output, and it will take dead set like 48 hours to charge the car. So it's an absolute last resort.
So is there a middle ground there? Is there a charging thing you can buy for your home?
Yeah, you can buy it. It just costs a couple of grand, and it's an overnight charge.
Okay, so it's worth doing that.
12 hours, 11 hours, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But I think this car gives you enough range to drive it around all week on a charge,
Fair.
If it's just city commuting, picking up your kids, or, going to and from work, like, it's the same as a full tank of fuel.
Yeah, exactly.
Without having to go to the petrol station.
So what they should do is do all the charging stations at car washes. That's where people who buy this car love to get their car washed every weekend. Plug it in once a week.
Yeah. There it is.
Oh, there we go. All right, charging port, obviously.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so in here, this is what you get when you buy the car. A Trickle Charger that works for home, plugs in.
Yeah.
This is your absolute last resort. This thing will literally take 2 days to charge the battery.
Yeah, right. But would you say that when you come home every day, you just plug it in before you, pack up shop and you head inside just to give it some juice and keep the battery topped up overnight? Or would you...
I personally think this is an absolute last resort. So this car comes with 5 years complimentary access to the ChargeFox charging network for free.
Free charging for 5 years?
Correct. So they're not everywhere at the moment, but obviously they're getting built more. And this car will charge about 80% in an hour. So if you stop and have a coffee, you're copping adequate charge to...
You're going for lunch at the boat shed or whatever?
Do the rest of your week. As an option, of course, you can buy a wall adapter, which is $1,250. Then they do an installation, which is about $700, $800. Brings it total cost of about $2,000, and it'll do an overnight charge about 12 hours.
Oh,
So
sweet.
back to full charge.
Yeah.
But that is not standard.
Fair amount of boot space.
Yeah, 500 litre boot space.
Maybe that's where all my legroom went.
Correct.
Yeah.
To the boot space.
Fair enough. All right, Slade, out of 10, give it to me.
I reckon it's another 9.
A 9? Oh, I feel like we've got to pump the brakes here. We're dishing out too many 9s.
There's 9s coming left, right, and centre.
Right.
Paradise has very few cars that get an 8.6. This gets an 8.6, and which validates my rating of a 9, on par with the X7.
This guy also gave the X7 a
This is
9.
my other favourite car of the year. I didn't drive the 911 to be fair.
Look, like I said, I'd probably give this an 8 for now, purely because I haven't driven it myself. But I think as far as the package it offers,
It's the best electric car I've driven.
it's the best electric car you could probably buy on the market right
It's
now.
the most normal electric car.
Yeah.
That's the reason I think it feels like a normal car.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas other electric cars feel like they're electric.
And the ability to turn off the regen braking is a
Game changer. Agree.
Finish is
100%.
amazing. It's Mercedes. It's built well.
Yeah, 100%.
Really excited to see what comes out of these guys in the next couple of years.
And then from the boathouse, I'm feeling a bit sick after my lunch.
I'm also feeling a little bit bloated. I don't know.
Should have got a tuna cracker.
Call it a 7 for me.
7.
I'll give it a 7.5 purely just for.
I'm a generous guy.
Yeah.
You are a generous guy.
Thank you very much.
For last, would you put one of these in your garage?
Not as my only car, but yes, as a second car, for sure.
Maybe not yet. I'd give the technology just a couple more iterations to sort of develop, but from first
In
glance,
5 years, it'll be like...
I love it.
No
Actually really do like this car. Well done to Mercedes. I like it. Like, the colour looks good as well. It looks actually surprisingly. Yeah, start it up again. Go and finish it off. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice. Now you got the full light bar on the front. Oh, there we go. There we go. Looks sick. Well done, Mercedes.
Surely it's the SUV EV leader. I mean, I would, if you said to me right now, buy an SUV in an EV, this is what I
I
would
don't
buy.
disagree at all. Can I just say one final note? Look at James's socks. What are you doing?